Om Devajee, Sheshnag.com, Sheshnag Yoga Center. What on earth is Kundalini? This video is about an ode to Max Spiers, spelt S-P-I-E-R-S. You say, who on earth is Max Spiers? Or Spiers? I was intrigued by him a little bit because I'm into understanding my own hypnotism and what's going on behind the scenes as far as the world goes. I'm interested in mind control and how mind influences everyone and how my mind is being programmed on a daily basis. I stumbled upon a program called MK Ultra. You can research it yourself. MK Ultra is run by very intelligent secret cultures on the planet for specific reasons. If you look into it too much, don't worry, you can be paranoid, but it doesn't matter. It's all just whatever happens to you. It's all governed by your higher self. It's rare that I talk about topics like this, but Max Spiers was one of the rare people that I have heard talk about Kundalini in context, or some of the context that I understand from it. He was an MK Ultra spy who was programmed into the mind control program for much of his life. He ended up deprogramming himself. The first video that he did following his deprogramming goes for a long period of time, but interestingly, between 10 and 13 minutes in the video, he talks about how the secret societies and the people craving world domination like to be around people with an awakened Kundalini. Why do they like to be around the people with the awakened Kundalini? Because they find that the high vibrational energy allows them to create and manifest physical reality at will. I have not heard anyone else mention this. That is why this video is devoted to Max. Sadly, Max died on July 16th, 2016, or around then. There's several theories on how and why he died. I won't go into the specifics. All I will say is that he was seen as an MK Ultra programmee. He got out of the program, talked about Kundalini, and now he's dead. He also mentioned in another video that there is a culture on the planet that is into sodomy or buggery, having sex with young boys up the anus. And he said that prior to the age of 5, if someone has sex with a young boy, then there is a chance that physically they can stimulate the Kundalini. When they do, that child is guided throughout their life, but the child is a prodigy and a genius and goes on to be a scholar in many levels and is shaped into a scholar that can be functional within government realms. It was intriguing to me that he actually mentioned the Kundalini. I also feel that there are secret societies that have hidden the knowledge of Kundalini from the general public. Rightly so in some contexts because it is dangerous for the average human being. But unrightly so, they have used it to dominate and create a culture where they are the most influential people, and the knowledge of the spiritual reality of humans has been unacknowledged. thus creating a culture based on working most of your life in a cycle of debt, which is so contrary to being human and the spiritual reality of the universal aspects of the human being, that it seems insane to me. But it is good for the corporations and the 6 hierarchies that dominate the planet. I hope he rests in peace, and I hope that his message came across. He is fascinating. If you get a chance to watch any of his videos on YouTube, sometimes he's a bit spaced out, but apart from that, if you're into the truth, he talks a lot of it. So this is to acknowledge Max Spiers and his life on the planet, and where he did acknowledge the significance in a way that I have never heard anyone mentioned in regards to the Kundalini energy. There you go. I'm David G. Rest in peace, Max, baby. Share the world. So I'm sharing some knowledge. I do risk personal invasion by disclosing this information, but it doesn't really matter. But the world's waking up. I'm just part of the world waking up, and I'm trying to increase the vibration on the planet too. There's a wave of transformation. I'd rather be on the wave than drowning in the ocean. Peace. Share the world. Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Mahadev.